Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Song of Saya, and what is possibly the very last episode, the very last ending. We will be calling Ryoko this time. If you remember correctly, in the previous video, we called Fuminori, and things took a turn down that path. But now, we need to call Ryoko, and we need to see what that has in store, and how that changes the ultimate showdown between Koji and Fuminori. Let's get started. The ringing of her cell phone interrupts Ryoko's labors. When she sees the caller is Tonoi Koji, she unwittingly breathes a sigh of relief. Even over the phone, Ryoko can hear the change in Koji's tone. His is the dull, flat voice of someone who has had all the energy beaten out of him. His first steps into Ryoko's world have already brought him face to face with something particularly gruesome. In consideration of his probable state of mind, she decides to say nothing. If you heard that, that was thunder. There's some more. I apologize. Koji continues.
君は生きているうちにこの電話をかけてきたんだから、まだ致命的な間違いを犯したわけじゃない。
Ryoko says, praising Koji in her own way. Whether he is comforted or not is up to him.
ともかく、もう今度こそ間違うな。私が戻るまで動くんじゃない。君が相手にしているやつは一筋縄じゃいかない相手だ。
With her understanding of Saya deepening by the hour, Ryoko was able to make this declaration with good confidence. Koji's actions were rash, but there's no point in regretting them now. The constructive approach would be to use the pressure that he's placed on Fuminori. Ryoko's involvement is still a secret. That makes her a wild card. Depending on how she plays it, this advantage could be decisive. Ryoko answers, glaring sidelong at the loose-leaf pages still scattered across the table.
そうだな。夜までには目処をつけて、夜半には東京に戻ろう。それまで君は余計なことをせず、おとなしくしている。
はい。The lack of emotion in Koji's voice is actually reassuring to Ryoko. He's a machine now, able to do whatever it takes to accomplish a single goal, the extermination of Sakisaka Fuminori. He's even willing to accept help from Ryoko, whose principles hardly mesh with his. A praiseworthy change indeed. After Ryoko hangs up, she gloomily counts the stacks of loose leaf that still needs to be restored. There's no time left. She'll probably only be able to get the general picture. If she has to go into battle with only fragmented knowledge, then there's one thing that she absolutely must decipher: Ogai's biological reports, which should contain information on the strengths and weaknesses of the organism called Saya. All she can do now is pray for luck as she dives back into the mountain of paper. Today was the first time I've driven since my accident last summer. The proposition was always too dangerous to consider given my inability to recognize roads and cars. And I believe we've already, gotten over that? So, yeah. We find this place and Saya's here, we show that we have an axe, all that great stuff, I mean, there's really no point in, wasting any time dealing with all that stuff, so. New stuff. Let's begin. I don't know. He'll call sooner or later, and then I'll lure him here and finish him. Koji will come. I know he won't leave us alone. We could just keep running now that we started, but I want to eliminate Koji as soon as possible. Therefore, until he contacts me, I intend to meet with him, unless it's an obvious trap.
せっかく人間一人分の肉が仕入れられるのに、ここだと腐らせちゃうね。冷蔵
Why don't we just use it to trap other animals? It could be bait for stray cats or crows.
それ危ないよ。万が一取り逃した時、よそに持っていかれて他人に見つかったら大騒ぎになるよ。
We already covered most of this, so let's see if we can skip some more again. Oh yeah, look at all that stuff we've already read and gone over. Alright, here we are. I'm assuming this is Koji's apartment. The hands of his watch move with agonizing slowness, as though counting down to the end of the world. In the hours since contacting Ryoko, Koji went back to his apartment, showered, changed clothes, and even had his first full meal in days. He wanted to take a nap, knowing that he needed rest, but no matter how hard he tried, sleep never came. Forcing himself to relax only made his nerves colder and sharper. With nothing else to do, he decides to wander the city until nightfall. Downtown Tokyo is bustling, surrounded by smiling pedestrians, bright lights, and windows decorated with Christmas decorations. He feels as if all the happiness in the world has gathered in this very place. Koji takes it all in, burning into his memory like it's the last thing he'll ever see. Is the world so beautiful because of the horrors that lurk in its shadows? The glow of the city can no longer warm him. Perhaps that is why it's so precious. Koji watches the city for hours. It feels unreachably distant, like reading the obituary of someone you loved long ago. His phone rings at 8 p.m. It's Ryoko. Their conversation is short. She hangs up as soon as they decide where to meet. And so ends Tono Kyoji's final night of peace. Ryoko arrives at the diner at 1 a.m., 1 hour later than agreed upon. She has a heavy-looking duffel bag under her arm, which doesn't feel like asking what the bulges represent.
すまんね。いろいろと準備に手間取った。
Ryoko doesn't sound at all apologetic, but Koji decides to just nod expressionlessly. Only a few tables are filled at this hour, the lonely island in the middle of the vast restaurant. After sending the bleary-eyed waitress away with an order of 2 coffees, Koji and Ryoko are left all alone in the corner of the dining area.
で、調べ物は終わりましたか?
Koji asks bluntly while sipping dutifully from his third cup of watery, tasteless coffee.
待たせただけの甲斐はあると思いたいね。何分確証を得るまでには至ってないんだが。
文則も相当じれてると思います。こちらから連絡すると言ったきり、丸1日放置してますからね。
そんなにも彼は君との接触を意識してるのか？
さやっていう名前には露骨なほど反応してました。
In the silence that follows, Koji tries to soothe his parched throat with another mouthful of weak coffee.
そうか。やはりさやなのか。
Ryoko mutters. It's obvious that her grimace isn't for the coffee.
今なら、田んぼ先生はもう答えを知ってるんですね。
Koji
さやというのが何なのか。
Koji asks, his tone almost confrontational. Ryoko tries to ignore Koji's question by nursing her coffee, but that only works until the cup is empty. Staring at the brown stains at the bottom of her cup, Ryoko says, her voice flat and hard.
君は私の忠告を無視した愚か者なわけだが、もう一度だけ証拠りもなく言わせてほしい。殿君、君は手を引いて全てを忘れるべきだ。
証拠りもないですね。
Koji replies, smiling bitterly instead of glaring at her like he did before.
俺がまだ先生や文則とは境界線を挟んだ反対側にいるとでも？
君はまだ一番致命的なものまでは見ていない。君にとってこの事件は無二の親友がいきなり正気を失ってに目覚めたっていう ただそれだけの内容なんだろ。
Ryoko continues with a disparaging smirk. That's all. The things that Fuminori has done are so horrifying that Koji's only recourse, his only hope of coping, is to kill the man who's once his friend. Despite that, Ryoko makes this nightmare sound like just the beginning. Koji still doesn't understand where her morbid cynicism comes from, nor does he want to.
それだけじゃないとしたら、残りは先生の妄想なんじゃないですか。
そう思えるならまだ君の傷は浅いってことさ。
Her brusque tone says that she doesn't care whether or not Koji is satisfied with her explanation.
今ならまだ時間が君の傷を癒してくれるだろう。君は最後の一線を踏み越えていない。
Koji considers Ryoko's words calmly, without letting himself get emotional like before. The final line. True, Fuminori is somewhere beyond that. Although Koji has gone far enough to be willing to kill Fuminori, he has no intention of eating his enemy's flesh once he's dead. That, at least, still separates the two. Then what about Ryoko, who has treated Koji like an ignorant fool ever since she saved him from the well? How close is she to Fuminori?
先生の傷は俺よりも深いと。
In response to Koji's biting question, Ryoko's mocking smile turns inward.
この銃はね、実家の父のものなんだ。
Ryoko pats one of her duffel bag's bulges.
こいつがロッカーから消えたせいで、父は責任を問われて地元の猟友会から除名させられた。申し訳ないと思ってるよ。私は両親にとっては自慢の娘なんだ。それが金庫の銃を盗み出すなんて想像もしてないだろう。
そうするだけの必要が先生にはあったと。
いいや、全然。
Her quick denial isn't what Koji was expecting.
その頃にはもう王外のことは一見落着していた。少なくとも私はそう思っていた。奴は姿を消したきり、もう二度と私の前には現れないだろうと安心してた。この銃で何かを撃とうとか殺そうとか、そういう必要があったわけじゃない。
じゃあなぜ？
眠れなかったんだよ。ただそれだけ。
Ryoko pauses, perhaps needing time to decide how best to explain.
それまではベッドサイドにナタを隠しておいたんだ。夜一人で部屋にいるのが耐えられなくてね。
She continues, choosing her words carefully.
どんなに世界が底抜けにめちゃくちゃになっていこうと、悲鳴を上げて逃げ回る以外の選択肢が自分にはあるんだって、そう納得させるためにはね。部屋の中に何か一つ頼りになる武器を置いておきたかった。
Koji doesn't know what to say. He's amazed, impressed even, that someone such as a serious case of delusional paranoia could function as one of T University's top doctors.
でもそれじゃ大した効き目はなかった。安眠するにはナタじゃまだ足りなかったんだ。それで父の銃を盗んできた。こんな風に重心を詰めるとね、散弾がもっと広範囲に飛び散るようになって殺傷力が増すんだそうだ。アメリカでも重罪になる改造なんだとさ。私はそれをクローゼットの奥に突っ込んで、それでようやく眠れるようになったよ。3日に一晩ぐらいはね。
At this point, Ryoko seems to have gotten everything out of her chest. Smiling like someone who's just finished a hard job, she adds,
銃はいいよ、本当に。相手に向かってぶっ放すもよし、それでダメなら自分の口に突っ込んで引き金を引くっていう選択肢もある。
先生は専門家の治療を受けるべきです。
端的な感想ありがとう。でもね、君だって他人事じゃなくなるよ。
Toji's already doubtful that meeting with Ryoko was the right thing to do. The one thing that he and Ryoko have in common is an unwillingness to leave Fuminori to the proper authorities. Fuminori not only killed Koji's lover and friend, but even went so far as to defile their corpses. Koji isn't about to give him the chance to get off with an insanity plea. No matter what crimes he must commit, Koji will end Fuminori with his own 2 hands. If he doesn't, he knows that he will never sleep again. It helps to have a partner in crime, but only when that partner doesn't cause trouble. Ryoko talks big about exposing Ogai's secrets, but she might just have a head full of delusions. If so, Koji needs to rethink this whole thing.
この先すべてを先生に任せろというのなら、先生のことを信用させてください。
Koji says with unflappable determination.
先生をそこまで追い詰めるほどのものが、オーガイっていう男にあったという証拠。
そこまで言うかね、まったく。
Ryoko smirks and shakes her head ruefully, but puts up no further resistance. She pulls a stack of papers from her bag and hands it to Koji. The loose-leaf sheets are bound with string.
1行読んだら、続きは次のページの同じ行だ。まあ、触りだけでも読んでみるといい。
As directed, Koji looks through the handwritten pages and gives up in less than 3 minutes.
怪奇 SF の草稿か何かですか。罪のない悪ふざけですね。彼にはこんな子供っぽい趣味があったわけだ。
Koji deliberately scoffs the document, doing everything he can to show contempt for what he just read. At the same time, he tries to desperately not to remember the mountain of bones in Ogai's bathtub, and the unidentifiable smell permeating from Minori's house.
1年前、オーガイがうちの大学に持ってきた資料も、その文章と同じぐらい突拍子もないものだった。
Ryoko says, coldly ignoring Koji's disdain.
奴は大学の機材を無断で使って、こっそり検査をしようとしたらしい。だが、ドジを踏んで露見した。そこから先はもう大騒ぎでね。オーガイが使おうとした機材から察するに、奴はそいつを P3 レベルのバイオハザードとして取り扱うつもりだったらしい。その程度の用心で十分だったのかどうかも知れたもんじゃないんだが、近隣の住民を退去させるべきだったんだが、まあそこは偉い人たちが偉い人なりに頑張って全部なかったことにしてくれたよ。その代わり私たちはキャンバス中のネズミを一匹残らず駆除する羽目になった。
At their first meeting, Ryoko brushed Koji off when he asked about Ogai Masahiko. Now, however, she's telling the whole story. Her voice is flat and emotionless as a machine's.
事の究明には結局皆が匙を投げた。オーガイが持ち込んだ資料がどういう起源のものなのか、誰にも突き止めることはできなかった。まあ結局みんな賢明だったわけだ。理性は理性、ざれ言はざれ言。そういう線引きを危うくしないで済む程度ってもんを心得ていた。でもあいにく当時の私はそこまで賢明じゃなかった。
Ryoko pauses for a moment, then grins with self-disdain so maniacally that Koji strikes Koji like a blow.
あれこれ探って暴き出して、私はオーガイが何をしていたのか知った。彼が関わっていた連中や彼をそそのかした連中も突き止めた。ナタと添い寝するようになったのはその頃からだ。この世の理性ってものがどんなにタガの緩んだ穴だらけの頼りない代物なのか理解するようになったのはね。
As though fleeing from the quiet insanity that he keeps glimpsing in Ryoko, Koji finds himself paging through the loose leaf in his hands. He reads a line at random. The organism's flesh is not fibrous, but reticulated. Put simply, it is an extremely tough substance that expands and contracts not in one direction, but in all directions. This means that slashing or piercing damage has very little effect, since the flesh can contact in any direction freely. Any wound will be sealed instantly. It's nonsense. What else can it be? If he lets himself believe it, then everything else, all the logical rules that define the world will be rendered meaningless.
じゃあ先生は信じるんですね。この内容を。
疑う理由なんてとっくの昔に見失ったからね。
Ryoka reaches into the ref bag again, this time removing a stainless steel thermos that looks able to hold about 500 cc's of liquid.
こいつが鞘を倒す切り札だ。調達するのに手間取ったが、多分こいつは敵面に効く。
ついていけません。
Koji snaps, no longer able to disguise his frustration.
鞘が何だろうともうどうでもいいです。俺は文則を終わらせることができればそれでいい。
そうか。
Now that she's given up on persuading him, her ascent is swift and cold. At this moment, Koji's fate was likely ceased to matter to her.
いいだろう。君は先坂文則を仕留めるために全力を尽くすといい。君の邪魔はしないし、君が仕損じた時にはきっちりと私が帳尻を合わせてやる。
Despite the determination in her voice, Koji can't bring himself to trust this paranoid doctor completely.
あなたの持ち合わせている理由で文則を殺せるんですか？
潔癖症なんだよ、私は。ああやって人の世界の拉致外に隠れ住んでいるような奴らが我慢ならない。奴らは寝室のゴキブリだ。枕元でカサコサ這い回る音を無視して眠れるか？見つけ次第殺して駆逐する。そうせずにはいられない。私の精神衛生上の問題だ。
Her reasons are similar to Koji's own. He doesn't want to bring a murderer to justice, nor does he want revenge for Omi and Yo. If he did, he would have left everything to the police. The reason he can't is that the villain is Fuminori. The man he believed was his friend has turned this whole world upside down. Everything and everyone with a part in this madness is to blame, and that includes himself for allowing the betrayal. His self-loathing, his desire to destroy, is what keeps him on his feet.
さあ、それじゃあチェックメイトに駒を進めよう。先坂君を呼び出すといい。
Koji nods, pulls out the cell phone, and calls his friend for what will probably be the last time. The call goes through quickly. He must have been waiting for it.
待たせたな、文則。こっちの準備は整った。
Koji, where are you? Fuminori must have been anxious to hear Koji. His voice is hard and completely emotionless.
お前のすぐ背後とでも言っておこうか。
Koji can't help but smile at Fuminori's disappointment. Perhaps Ryoko's maniacal sadism has rubbed off on him.
で、筑波を解放する決心はついたのか？
Yeah, I suppose I have no choice. He's lying, Koji thinks. Remember the contents of Fuminori's refrigerator. What part of Yo did you eat, Fuminori? Did you carve that poor girl up like a pig? Koji, bring your evidence along with all the files you've gathered. But I'm satisfied that they're the real thing. I'll hand Yo over.
いいだろう。場所は？
First, come to Y Station on the O line. But I'm sure that you're alone. I'll tell you the exact location.
念の言った話だな。
No tricks. You have 45 minutes. Fuminori hangs up without waiting for Koji's response.
俺が単独なのを確認するまで居場所は教えないつもりみたいです。
ただの医大生にしちゃ心得てるな。感心だ。
Ryoko's praise sounds serious, drawing a glare from Koji.
私の車はここに置いていこう。トノ君、君の車のトランクに人一人が入る隙間はあるかい？
大丈夫ですが。正気ですか？映画の見過ぎですよ。
そんじょそこいらの映画よりは危険な冒険なんだよ、これは。
With those bold words, Ryoko grabs her duffel bag and rises from her seat.
で、この店を待ち合わせに選んだのは君だったな。
そうですが、何か？
コーヒーの責任を取れ。
She says and tosses him the check. Even after Koji arrives at Y Station, as directed, Fuminori calls him, making him change location 3 more times. Koji's beginning to doubt that Fuminori is trying to make sure that he's alone. He might be using the time to guess when Koji arrives at his designated location. Nevertheless, Koji can't let his guard down. Fuminori might choose any moment to make sure that he isn't bringing any help. If he makes a mistake and puts Fuminori on alert, Ryoko will lose her chance to take him by surprise. She'll just have to put up with the cramped trunk for a little while longer. After the nature preserve and the dry riverbed, the fourth location which Fuminori sends Koji is the thick forest at the top of the foothills, high above the developed area at their base. His car's GPS shows the road leads nowhere, but according to Fuminori, there should be an old, abandoned sanatorium there. The park and river were empty this late at night, but during the day, most likely would have considered traffic. This time, however, his instinct is telling him that it's definitely a place that no one would find, not even by accident. It looks like this is the final stop. Koji drives up the steep incline, soon leaving the residential area behind, and is right at the doorstep of a developed forest darker than you would expect. It looks like a great place to live in secret, or to kill someone and hide the body. Places like this, lost and forgotten, aren't found only in the deep jungles and hidden valleys, holes in the world all over, even in the mists of civilization. A broken down gatepost suddenly appears in the Accord's headlights like a ghost rising from the darkness. It looks like it's the final stop. Koji rolls up the gate and turns off the engine, giving himself to the silence of the forest. His phone starts ringing immediately. He doesn't need to check who it's from.
着いたぞ。
Yeah, I heard you. Welcome to my new home. Fuminori is nearby, close enough to hear the sound of the engine. A shiver of excitement shoots up Koji's spine. Come inside. Yo's waiting. Fuminori hangs up without another word. After grabbing his new flashlight from the glove compartment and checking that the revolver is still in his pocket, Koji opens the door, making sure to pop the trunk at exactly the same time. Ryoko shouldn't need any more explanation than that. Realizing that the interior roof light will stay on and broadcast that the trunk isn't closed, Koji quickly unscrews the bulb, then gets out of the car and deliberately slams the driver's side door hard. Mountains of trash litter the front yard, forming a serviceable barricade. Koji sees everything from small refrigerators to mopeds to huge chunks of concrete and plaster that must have been abandoned long ago. Glancing sidelong at the rear of his car, Koji sees no movement inside the barely open trunk. Ryoko knows what she's doing. She'll probably wait until Fuminori's attention is focused on Koji before making her move. The moon is brighter than usual, allowing Koji to walk through the front yard without tripping in any debris. Staying alert, he heads for the building beyond the mountains of trash. Something must be buried beneath the piles of garbage, because the whole yard is stinking like chemicals. Even the homeless probably wouldn't come to this place. If you need to get out of the wind and rain, there are plenty of shelters more suitable. When he reaches the gaping, doorless entrance to the building, Koji glares back where he came from as the Accord parked at the gate is hidden behind the mountain of trash. Even if Fuminori was watching from inside the sanatorium, he shouldn't be able to see Ryoko crawl out of the trunk. It looks like she'll get her chance to take him by surprise. How many times now has he stood like this, alone in some ominous, silent place, far removed from his everyday life? Sneaking into deathly quiet houses to find traces of unimaginable happenings has become normal going on, like normal going to class. The houses that he explored before were like fresh shed cicada shells. You know, we've read this. Must be the final stop. What would Fuminori's next move be? He's planning to kill Koji, but how? He goes to turn on his flashlight, but he reconsiders, because he doesn't want to give away his position. Pulls light before him, pulls the revolver, he's ready to go in the house. Oh yeah. Takes a while for his eyes to adjust, but the moonlight helps to guide him. Fuminori has to deal with the same conditions he's hiding there. This is a battle of nerves, and whoever gets away with this first will lose. When both sides of the hallway are open, he goes down and checks them, smells a stink, and recalls the things from the notebook. The organism's flesh freely expands in a manner that renders piercing damage meaningless. Meaningless. Koji grits his teeth and forces the madman's words out of his head. What good can come of taking him seriously? This isn't the time for such useless. Koji freezes and stares down the hall. It was a what sound he heard just now? Like someone up into a swamp. Something is there, something alive. Koji creeps towards the sound, his light and gun at the ready. Squish, squish. Now it sounds like someone's... yeah. Before he knows it, he is standing on the threshold. The room is filled with a thick, vicious darkness. Just like every other room he's passed. There's more than just darkness, however, something is there. This is the confrontation of him with Yo, so we'll just go ahead and skip a little bit of that. Since it's all the same. Whatever, let me skip. Yeah. He unloads into the creature, which is Yo, and you know, ends up attacking it. You still haven't seen the most damning part of all this. Roko's voice plays back in his head, and at last he knows how merciful her warning was. Now that his eyes are open as hers, he is able to laugh in contempt at his own foolishness. 20 years of memories in the light of the sun. If they were indeed precious to him, then he should never have come to this place. The black flames of despair rise within him, consuming fear and revulsion and pity. Only rage and hate remain. Every cell in his body cries out for revenge, for the blood of the man who poisoned him with truth and tore him from the womb of innocence. And then Koji, slave to hate, hears the sound of someone sneaking up behind him. Koji whirls around, swinging the steel pipe with all the force he can muster. His enemy hastily leaps back and avoids the strike, surprised by his failure to catch Koji off guard. Twisted shadows dance in the beam of light on the floor. Readying his pipe for the next blow, Koji faces off against his second attack. Before this moment, Koji could not have imagined that he would speak his friend's name with such hatred. Hey, that was a pretty heavy swing just now. You trying to kill me or something? Even now, Fuminori is smiling, as though the huge axe in his hands is just a sick joke. Damn it, Koji. I thought you'd hesitate. Koji sneers too, unable to contain his contempt at the notion. And that's my line, Koji. Fuminori growls, looking sadly at the pile of dead flesh at Koji's feet. How could you do such a horrible thing to Yo? You'll taste 10 times her pain before I kill you. The blade of Fuminori's axe carves a murderous arc through the darkness, glittering menacingly in the light. No, what? Oh, that. And this is their fight scene, where Fuminori gets his ribs kicked and all that good stuff. And Saya drops down on Koji. And Koji desperately tries to free himself from the creature's slimy grip, but more tentacles swarm over his body, rendering him helpless. The horror has already driven Koji half mad. Just imagining the creature's appearance is enough to send him into a mad panic. His scream suddenly dies as the slimy appendage seizes his throat. This most deadly tentacle isn't just cutting off his windpipe. It's trying to snap his neck, and it's getting tighter. Koji is certain this is the end, but just as his vision begins to dim, an explosion brings him back to his senses. With a horrifying inhuman scream, the creature releases Koji and retracts its tentacles. The first thing he sees after regaining his mobility is Ryoko, running down the hallway with a smoking shotgun in one hand and a silver tube in the other. Ryoko responds by tossing him the tube. Though still lying on the floor, he manages to snatch it out of the air. There's a thermos she showed him at the restaurant, the one she called her secret weapon. Ryoko shouts to Koji. At the same time, she aims her gun at Fuminori, who's still on his knees 5 paces away. The double-barreled shotgun has 1 shot loaded. The monster that attacked Koji is writhing in agony. It hasn't yet recovered from Ryoko's shot. But he's already seen that bullets aren't enough to kill these creatures. Now's his only chance. What are you doing? Fuminori growls, gritting his teeth against the pain of his broken ribs. Forcing himself to be calm, Koji stands and carefully unscrews the lid of the thermos. There's no question inside his mind that something extremely potent is inside. As soon as it's unsealed, a thick white mist pours out of the thermos, and the surrounding air turns freezing cold. Instantly guessing what's inside, Koji lobs the thermos at the pile of flesh convulsing on the floor. The thermos sails through the air, spewing white fog, and like a baptismal font showers its liquid contents upon the hellish creature. Its screams this time are incomparable to before. The monster thrashes in agony, writhing in white smoke. Its screams are joined by Ryoko's cackling.
どうよ、マイナス197度だよ。ねえ、冷たい、熱い、ざまあないわね。
Her eyes blaze with manic glee, as if to say that sanity was a small price to pay for the joy of at last vanquishing her nightmare. Monsters! I'll kill you! Fuminori staggers to his feet, roaring black curses. His rage seems to have drawn out the pain of his broken bones. Ryoko is not one to be underestimated, the threat posed by his axe. Her mad laughter fades away, leaving only a cold smile as she pulls the trigger. With a short burst of flame, Ryoko's gun sputters and dies. Ryoko is not an expert in firearms. It never occurred to her that shotgun shells needed proper storage. And besides, she always expected any situation where a gun would be necessary, but also be one that she would not survive. Cursing in anger and dismay, Ryoko breaks the shotgun open and awkwardly pulls the dud out. Meanwhile, Fuminori stalks towards her like a vengeful demon, the head of his axe screeching as it drags along the floor. I have to stop him. Koji tries to charge Fuminori, but only succeeds at sending himself sprawling. One of his shoes is stuck to the floor, frozen by the liquid nitrogen. As Ryoko fumbles in her pockets for a new shell, Fuminori closes the distance and raises his axe in both hands. Koji curses and rips his shoe free from the frozen concrete, but he knows that he'll never make it in time. Ryoko thrusts the new shell into her chamber of her shotgun and snaps it closed, then looks up to find her target. Fuminori is right before her, too close to evade, and his axe is already crashing down with the wind howling in its wake. The sound of bones shattering, tendons snapping, and flesh tearing blend together in a foul harmony. The thick blade enters through Ryoko's left shoulder, plowing through her collarbone and shoulder blade, smashing several ribs and popping her lung like a balloon, before stopping the center of her chest. Her expression frozen in shock by the impact, she sprays a geyser of blood from her mouth. She should have died instantly, but through some unimaginable force of will, Ryoko clings to life for a few seconds more. Grinning through her blood-stained lips, she raises her shotgun. Not to the front, but to the side. Beyond the barrel of her gun, wearing the 72-degree Kelvin mist like a white cloak of death, is the wriggling, weakly Saya. No! Fuminori's scream vanishes into the roar of the shotgun. The destruction is absolute. The impact of the shotgun pellets obliterate the half of Saya's body that fell prey to the liquid nitrogen. The frozen particles of Saya's scattered flesh drift to the floor like snow. Even the creature's special biology isn't sufficient to seal a wound of this size. From the opening pore of its internal organs, a tide of liquid, slime, and fat whose color is too foul to belong to any living creature. The monster convulses, wailing in a weak, pitiful voice. Saya. With his axe still buried in Roko's body, Fuminori stares at the dying creature, his expression utterly devoid of emotion. Koji grabs his pipe and prepares to attack Fuminori from behind, but freezes when he sees the emptiness on the face of the man in front of him. Fuminori pulls his axe out of Roko's corpse and looks at Koji with glazed eyes. There is no recognition in them, nor hate nor anger. When Koji meets Fuminori's blank stare, he knows there's nothing left in him to kill. Fuminori grips the axe closer to its head, then raises it high, the blade towards his face. Koji doesn't know whether he should interfere, but even if he wanted to, what could he say to stop Fuminori? Fuminori pulls his head back slowly, but surely, then drives his face onto the blade of the axe, like a spring-loaded toy. Crunch. His skull caves in with a dull, wet sound, and the spray of blood catches Koji in the face. Despite Fuminori's utter lack of hesitation, his first attempt at suicide only succeeds in transforming his face into a hash of crimson. Fuminori pulls his head back one more time, even slower than before. Then, with every ounce of strength left in his body, he slams it into the blood-stained axe. The sound is wetter than before. Fuminori's body goes limp, then tumbles face first to the floor. Koji stares at the two mangled corpses for a while. He feels completely left behind, like he can't remember why he's standing in place with a steel pipe in his hand. The stale air fills the ruined building, becomes choked with a stench of blood, and the crimson puddles gradually spread across the snow-covered floor. Yet the tranquility of the scene makes it seem like a painting. A soft, slimy sound breaks the silence. Koji looks to the mortally wounded monster. The creature is on death's door, but even so it moves. Slowly, feebly, it drags its broken body through the sea of blood. It's coming for Fuminori. Koji had forgotten his anger, but now it comes surging back at full force. He growls and stabs the monster with the end of his pipe. It convulses in agony but keeps crawling towards Fuminori. Koji explodes into a fiery rage. Again and again, he smashes the helpless flesh beast with his pipe. Something tells him that if he doesn't stop it here, he will truly have lost. The monster, however, never succumbs. It only struggles on beneath his blows, until finally, he reaches Fuminori's corpse. Koji keeps swinging, his fury unabated even as tears start to pool in his eyes. The monster's slime flies through the air, draining with the blood already covering his face. The creature extends one thin, trembling tentacle to touch Fuminori's shoulder, then lovingly caresses his blood-stained cheek, and then stops moving. Even in its final moments, the monster would not let Fuminori go. It died joined with him. At last, Koji knows what the world he knew was lost forever. Omi says enthusiastically, the exposed bones on her face clattering. Chunks of her body are missing, as though something's been nibbling on her. It makes her look a lot thinner. She's been worried about her weight recently, but now she shouldn't need a diet. Fuminori laughs at Omi's crazy suggestion. That's right. You just started skating recently, didn't you? He sounds amused, but it's hard to tell from his expression since his face has been cleaved in two by an axe. Not many people start skating in their 20s, you know. Yeah, I know. If someone kicked you in the face with one of those on, you'd probably end up like me. Omi and Yo laugh at Fuminori's dumb joke. Yo never used to laugh with such exuberance. She seems truly happy now that she and Fuminori are officially together. It's a lot like playing baseball. You swing hard and let the weight of the axe do the damage.
海のりにそう言われたもんだからさ、騙されたと思ってやってみたわけよ。そうしたらもう楽しくって。
What was this feeling? Something's wrong. Even Koji can't put his finger on it.
私も見てみたいな。大見ちゃんが食べられるところ。
Ah, that's it. When he sees Yo's envious smile, Koji finally realizes what's bothering him.
なあ、つくば。
どうしたの、コウジ君。
お前だけなんで普通なんだ。
Yo tilts her head quizzically, like she doesn't understand what he means.
普通って私はいつも普通だけど。
でもお前、確かあの時。
ああ、
Yo nods in understanding.
なんだ。私がコウジ君と違う姿になってた頃のこと？
昔なのか。
そうだよ。
She replies, deflecting Koji's confusion with that uncannily cheerful smile.
だってコウジ君も今じゃ私たちの仲間じゃない。
Oh, of course. Koji looks down and is satisfied to see wriggling tentacles where his arms and legs should be. When he opens his eyes, his mattress and pillow are soaked in sweat. It's always the same nightmare. He doesn't know how many times he's had it, but at least he's not leaping out of bed screaming anymore. He sits up, clenching his throbbing head. It's 4 in the morning. He hasn't had nearly enough rest, and he probably won't be able to get back to sleep tonight. Time for a smoke. A full pack will last him until dawn. Now, where did he put the pack he bought yesterday? Koji wanders sleepily through the den, where yet another old friend is waiting for him.
ひどいありさまだね。
ああ、先生。いたんですか。
Roko's chopped up corpse is sitting at his dining table, looking as deathly pale as ever as she sips coffee from a mug.
毎晩ずいぶんと辛そうじゃないか。ろくに眠れてないんだろ。
そうでもないですよ。薬を飲めば割となんとかなります。まだ。
Koji says amicably as he sits down across from her. Hallucinations like these are easier to deal with than the elaborate nightmares like the one he just had. They should probably worry him more, though.
あの時私の忠告を聞き入れてれば、ここまで追い詰められることなんてなかっただろうに。
もうやめましょうよ、それは。過ぎたことじゃないですか。
Ryoko chuckles, smiling the same cruel, manic smile she used when she was alive. Her left arm hangs from her half-severed shoulder, dangling like a forgotten wind chime.
そう。結構折り合いをつけてるんだ。
先生だってそうだったんでしょう。普段は優秀な脳外科医で通用してたんだから。
上辺だけ取り繕うだけなら、そんなに難しいことじゃないからね。
The corpse shrugs her intact right shoulder and grimaces in disgust as she takes another sip of her coffee.
でもね、多分この先はもっと悪くなるよ。心の傷は時間が癒してくれるけど、君はまあ言ってみれば毒に感染したようなものだから。
She's probably right. Everyone dreams at night. No matter how dim the memories may get, the nightmares will always be there to tear into Koji with fresh fangs. The insanity that has taken root in his heart will grow, eventually consuming everything that's left inside of him.
俺の場合、先生っていう前例を見て学んでますからね。抜かりはありませんよ。
へえ、そうなの。
Koji nods, smiling confidently, then stands and walks to the bathroom, where he retrieves the weapon that he's kept hidden behind the mirror. Ogai's revolver, the one souvenir that Koji brought back after the other world that night.
ものすごい苦労したんですけど、結局ようやくその筋の人と渡りをつけましてね。弾も買ってあります。 驚きましたよ。銃そのものより高いなんて。
おやおや。
In the mirror, Koji sees Ryoko with an axe-inflicted gash reversed. She raises her mug in a toast to Koji's resourcefulness.
で、何発買ったわけ？
一発だけです。
This time, it's Koji who shrugs his shoulders. He uses both, exercising his privilege as a survivor.
それ以上必要になるような状況は、俺は願い下げなんで。
ふん。
The corpse in the mirror nods sagely, her smile approving.
ほんと、わきまえてるんだね、トノオくん。
There's a brief silence. Koji doesn't really feel like getting all melancholy with a corpse.
ねえ先生、いい加減ファミレスのコーヒーはやめましょうよ。なんなら新しいの入れますから。
When Koji turns around, halfway through his sentence, he realizes that the room is empty, but for the silence of the night. And so Koji returns to the world of the sane. He lights his first cigarette of the night and takes a deep drag. While sitting alone in his den, puffing on his cigarette, he stares at the gun in his hand. He knows just how precarious of a cliff he's standing on. The final line of which Ryoko spoke is now one step behind him. Koji no longer has anything left to protect his soul. Now that Ogai Makihiko's fantasies and Tanban Roko's delusions have all become tangible horrors, he knows what insanity and despair truly are. Back in the real world, Sakisaka Fuminori is wanted for several gruesome murders. It didn't take long for someone to discover the stockpile of human meat in the empty Sakisaka and Suzumi homes. In the two refrigerators were found the remains of Suzumi Yusuke, his wife and daughter, and Takahata Omi. They found the clothes and other effects of Tsukuba Yo, but were unable to locate any trace of her among the various body parts, a fact that made Koji's nightmare all the more vivid. Dr. Tanbone Roko of the T University Hospital vanished mysteriously around the same time. Because she was Fuminori's chief physician, the police have been investigating her connection to his crimes. As for the two corpses secretly buried in the backyard of a certain ruin, they'll probably never be found, and this incident will become just another cold case. Koji alone knows what really happened, and he has no intention of revealing it. Not now, not ever. Ogai's writings were not nonsense, which means that everything else was. What fool was it who said that men are the lords of creation? Those who can believe in paltry things like human wisdom and valor are those lucky innocents who have not looked at the abyss. Koji can no longer share in their blessed ignorance. He knows. He has been defiled by the insanity called truth, and he will never be the same again. If he has been poisoned, as Ryoko's ghost said, then that poison is none other than truth itself. Just as pure oxygen is harmful to the body, the naked truth has the power to destroy men's minds. Only by diluting it with lies and taking it in small doses can humans maintain a healthy soul.
どんなに世界が底抜けにめちゃくちゃになっていこうと。
Words once spoken by the living Tanbo Roko passed through Koji's mind.
悲鳴を上げて逃げ回る以外の選択肢が自分にはある。
That, without a doubt, was the comfort that she had kept hidden in her bosom, the only thing that allowed her to face her dreams each night. Koji has taken his predecessor's lessons to heart. He's prepared for anything. One bullet is always behind the bathroom mirror, promising him salvation. And ladies and gentlemen, that was Song of Saya. The final ending. The ending which I'd say is a nightmare ending, simply because, nobody really wins, and everybody kind of just, dies. And even Koji, who, survived the ordeal, basically, They just go through the motions of living, you know? Anyhow, I'm gonna just let this tick by real quick. It's probably almost already done, so, you know, yeah. So, I'll be back when this is all done. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, this is the localization staff, the people who helped translate it into English, and all that good stuff, yippers. And now we're back to the title screen. Alright everyone, that is the final chapter of Sayano Utao. Not Utao, Uta. But yeah. So Song of Saya. There you go everyone. I hope you enjoyed, and I'm glad you all decided to come on this journey with me through my favorite visual novel of, you know, all time currently. You know. Of all time currently counting. No, yeah, it doesn't matter. So far, through the period of visual novels and the ones that I've gone through and played, Song of Saya is my favorite, and I rather enjoy the story of it. Even though it's, you know, doesn't have many choices and whatnot, the story is really, you know, what I actually care about. It's not too much to having the different endings and whatnot, but it's pretty great. So yeah, I got nothing else. So until next time, everyone, I hope you have fun, and I'll see you all later. So bye bye.